and welcome back to ET Studios presents Future Brands of India in association with ET Retail. Now, I am Himanshi Tiwari. Now, do you know anything about kombucha? If not, then don't worry because today we have a brain behind MountainTribe. Say hello to Harshvardhan Chauhan, founder and CEO MountainTribe. Harsh, it's a pleasure to have you here on our show.
Thank you. Hi, and it's a pleasure to be here and discuss about the company which is MountainTribe.
Yeah, so Harsh, you have created a brand of kombucha, which has some kombucha has inherent nutritional benefits. And there is also a growing global trend of being mindful of what do you eat, right? But in India, perhaps there is a little segment of market which knows about mindful eating, and a lot of people are still discovering this global trend. So how do you kind of tap into such audiences who still doesn't know about mindful eating?
So there's a very famous quote by Henry Ford. Once he was asked that in terms of innovation, so he replied, "If I would have asked the people, they would have said they require the faster horses." So and we are talking about 1903 when Ford company was launched. So there are times even the customer doesn't know what he or she wants, and someone has to do the dirty job of finding the way, and probably I did that. So on the contrary, I think this is the perfect time and age to develop a functional food tech company because we all, India is one of the oldest nations, but now it is one of the youngest nation as well, owing to 60% of population, which is Gen Zs and millennials. The lifestyle is at stake. I mean, we all have very compromised lifestyle due to XYZ factors, workload and eating habits and all those things. So at this point in time, it is very important to, consume something which benefits not just one segment of your, overall body. It should benefit your overall health rather. So that's the reason back in 2016, I had this research work and I researched a lot on this industry, and I was very adamant that this is the time that one should, show India the, a true functional food tech company. So that's how the idea germinated back in 2016, which got rolled out in 2021.
All right. I've been a silent witness of how much research went into starting this business, perhaps. But also, please help our viewers understand what kombucha is exactly before we get into all the nitty-gritties.
So kombucha, just to put it in simple terms, it's a super drink. It is a fermented green tea. So, you put, some great beneficial bacteria, yeast, into a formulation of green tea, and it takes 7 to 10 days of time, and the entire process converts a simple green tea into this magical elixir which is known as kombucha. So it's essentially a probiotic, naturally sparkling probiotic drink, which can be you can have it early in the morning, or you can start your mornings rather, put it that way, and you can end your good party nights along with this drink. So I very often use this phrase that I say that kombucha is the Rahul Dravid of beverage industry. You can place this product anywhere. And it will work like wonders.
Yeah, rightfully said. I think it's a super drink. And also, Harsh, please tell me about your company, how it all started. You got a pre-funding of 4.5 crore when you started. How the company is looking now, and what are your future plans when you look at your firm right now?
So when we started, I owe to my investors thanks. They believed in this idea at that point in time when people have hardly heard this name kombucha. Now, probably most of people know about it, and I owe to my investors. They believed in this vision, and before even I presented this plan to my investors. We did 10 months of product market fit research, whether there's a right PMF or not. So we used to do farmers market. We used to do RWA activations on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For 10 months, we collected the data, whether this is the right time to launch this kind of a product, what people want, their consumer buying behavior, their preferences, the product market fit. All this we collated in 10 months, and with this data, I went to my investors, and they were generous. It was generous of them to believe in this vision, and they funded us, and with that fund we built India's first and biggest kombucha plant, commercial kombucha plant.
Commercial kombucha plant, which is in Gurgaon,
Which is in
now?
Manesar, yes, IMT Manesar, Sector 8, yes.
All right. Now, Harsh, we discussed that there is still a population which is not a part of the trend when it comes to mindful eating. So, how do you analyze what your consumer wants, basically?
So, well, if you if you really decode this fact that nowadays even the younger generation is very, very conscious towards the health. Not it's not like back old days where when people were not concerned. They are very much concerned. It's just you see a lot of time, lot of companies made this mistake. They often offer a product which they think it's required in the market. It has to be the other way around.
Yeah.
It has to be the consumer preference first. So when we were designing this, the product, the strategy, the GTM for Tribe and MountainTribe, then we were very clear with the fact that we have to launch a product that fits the lifestyle, not the other way around. You don't have to have a product in ways that you need to alter your lifestyle. If a product is such where you need to alter your lifestyle, you will never opt that product. So the product has to be the other way around. It should fit the lifestyle. That was the basis behind framing every strategy of Tribe Kombucha. And we successfully did that. So now I think people are more concerned towards health. It's just, of course, you also need to do something to educate people. That's what we did last 2 years. We made sure that we be available at those places where people associate themselves, like placing kombucha in pubs. It was a very different marketing strategy, but we did that. I mean, why health should be boring? Health should be fun. It should be a part of your life, and that's the reason we launched. Initially, we launched kombucha in beer pint bottles.
Okay.
So that was again a different marketing strategy. A lot of people said it will not work, but it worked wonders for us. And this year we have launched tap on kombucha, like tap on beer. So we are we are putting all those taps in beer, in pubs and breweries. In fact, we have 2 of our tap on kombucha in Bangalore as well.
Oh, that's brilliant, Harsh. Also, please help us understand what kind of demography are you looking into right now? When you're talking about people, when you're talking about such experiential buying kind of thing you're giving to your demography. So what kind of demography are we looking into right now?
See, when it comes to demography, India is a very strange country. It has multiple nations accumulated in it. So we have crafted this thing that, when it comes to TG, our TG is probably 16 to 40 years, 45 years of age. So mostly Gen Zs, millennials, and early Gen X. This is our core TG. And when it comes to the territory we are, we want to foray into. So we have identified 30 odd cities in India, and which these cities are a part of pop culture. These cities have that kind of audience, that vibe with the tribe and all those kind of things. We carefully analyzed their behavior, and it's very I mean, thanks to technology, it's very predictive these days. You can actually analyze buying behavior of a person sitting in Lucknow, for that matter. And so we have done that, and basis on that, we phases wise we'll activate our tribe. And right now we are in Delhi, NCR, all the metro cities, Delhi, NCR, Bangalore, Mumbai. We are starting very soon, Mumbai and Goa. And in a year's time, we will be in, we are targeting 20 cities, including the capitals of, all the states.
All right, that's wonderful. You were also talking about technology. So what kind of technology goes into understanding your consumer?
See, in the technology, I mean, it's endless. When the word comes technology, it's endless. You can do anything with the technology. But as a startup, you have to be very frugal in your approach, right? And being a bootstrap startup, you literally, you every penny matters. So for us, we started with this market research, A/B testing, and all those places where we went for farmers market and all those things. we haven't used technology to identify it. As of now, it's all manual work. But now we will be using technology in terms of data analyzing, and AI is one of the important tools when in order to predict something, some behavior and all. So I think social media has done a job very easy. You can just put everything in a software, and you can have different patterns and preferences of the consumption. So I think technology will play a very important role for us in the future. Yes.
All right, talking about AI, Harsh, now AI do gives us a lot of glimpse into predictive analysis, like what your consumer wants and what the trends are going to be in the coming future. But when it comes to personalized experience, do you think AI or technology is helpful in that segment?
Definitely. I mean, it will not just be helpful. It will be the biggest tool for any especially consumer companies or consumer durable companies, especially FMCG companies, because nowadays this is an era of personalization. Everybody wants something in a different way. While you cannot personalize for every 7 billion people on this planet, but what you can do, you can create such products with a very personalized touch, a separate product line altogether with a very personalized touch. For example, we were thinking of doing something with kombucha as well, that why can't we launch some flavors which is I mean, like to celebrate a women tribe. Why can't we do that? But this data has to, backed by technology, the AI part of that thing. So that's something which is in the future. Yes.
And what all technology are you planning to integrate in the coming future? You've talked about a few.
See, AI is, if we talk about technology and AI, it's not just about, predictive analysis.
Yeah.
It starts from your manufacturing to your
Yeah.
customer experience.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
range is
That's
to
true. The whole value chain
the
process has the technology. in
Yes,
it,
yes.
yeah?
So from manufacturing, so even from before the manufacturing, from the product development part,
Yeah.
you can analyze what product needs to be made. From manufacturing, you can actually do a very automated kind of a manufacturing. Then when it comes to IoT devices, I mean, IoT devices can be really useful in manufacturing sector, because it can predict a lot of things. It can it can reduce the downtime and all those kind of things. And then, of course, social media and customer experiences can lead to a very satisfying consumer. So I think this value chain starts from product development to the customer experience.
All right, so I've seen a lot of e-commerce websites using technology to give that kind of personalized experience to their consumers. So do you use that kind of technology, or are you planning to use it in the future?
Yeah, so we have recently started our chatbots. This is the very first initiative when it comes to Tribe. So we have introduced our chatbots. Now, from 15th April, so our new website is underway. We are revamping the entire website based on this predictive analysis and all those things. So we are giving a lot of options in our websites to to do a lot of combination when it comes to the flavors, because we don't want to restrict anyone. We have 5 flavors. We don't want to restrict that one flavor to one person. So we are doing some assortment kind of a thing, and this assortment is totally based on the AI, chat what you do on the website. So this is what we are doing as of now. Then of course, then future lies in the app. So, we will be launching app probably next year. So next year we will be more intuitive, more customer friendly, more with more data inputs. What we will have this year, we are going to use this.
All right, and also on your website, I've seen this pop up that this person from this place bought your product yesterday or day before yesterday, and I really wanted to check that part. So what I did is that I ordered a few products from your website one day, and then the other day when I came back from another email ID to your website, my name was popped up there, and hence I checked that the data is true and it's authentic. So cheers for that. And also, Harsh, I've also heard that MountainTribe is aiming to get carbon neutral by 2025. So what are your plans regarding that?
I mean, see, carbon neutral is a very, very serious term, and we should not, play around with it. So definitely, I mean, 25 is just round the corner. It's not possible for us to. We thought earlier, and as a startup, as an initiative, we thought that we should align with the mindset of the world, and becoming carbon neutral is something which is very important for any company, for that matter, because carbon footprints are one of the important things you should take care of. But definitely, by 27 we are thinking to be that, and the initiatives are, we would be using 100% electric fleet. Thankfully, our process does not involve any kind of carbon emissions. In fact, it's a very clean and simple process, fermentation process. There's no carbon emission, there's no smoke. So when it comes to the manufacturing part, we are technically a carbon neutral company. But if we also include the logistics part, then we have some dependency on the outer world. So, however, when it comes to our own fleet, we have a couple of two-wheelers. We use electric vehicles only. But when it comes to interstate, travel or logistics, then of course a third party is involved, and we have to be dependent on the ecosystem. But yes, definitely carbon neutral and sustainability is something which is very important to a tribe.
All right. Then also, while we are concluding this discussion now, Harsh, I really want to touch upon the D2C industry. What do you think of the D2C industry as a whole in India right now? There have been reports how the industry is growing right now in India. So what do you think? What are the reasons behind such growth of this industry in our country right now?
Population. I mean, and this is something we can share upon on the population part. See, if you see the migration of, or let's just talk about the adoption of technology. Even in our tier 2, tier 3 city, you can see people making reels and all those things. And so technology has actually brought us, very, it's a very close quartered approach, I would rather say. And due to this technology, all 5G rolling out, and it will be more now. India is the world is looking into India, and when it comes to D2C industry, definitely D2C is the future. There's no doubt in it. But of course, it will not be like the earlier, earlier 1.2 version of D2C when the Flipkart started. So earlier it was all about discounts and all. This approach will not going to work now. The approach will be path to profitability, the bottom line, what all investors also say. So now I think this discounted approach will not work. The value chain approach will definitely work. What are you, ultimately, what is your value proposition?
Yeah, and now consumers also want to know the story behind your product.
Yes, absolutely. Authenticity, story. Now consumer is not buying what you are selling. Consumer is buying what he or she wants.
Yeah, exactly.
So every brand needs to understand it. I know a lot of brands that play on discount, but they are bleeding at this point in time. Even the biggest of the brands, they are bleeding. I think the D2C will evolve, and it is evolving basically every second of the day, but the approach changed.
All right. So do you have physical stores as well in the country right now?
No, so we are on physical stores. We don't have our physical stores. We have channel partners. We are in all the big modern retail chains, Modern Bazaar, La Marche, Nature's Basket, all these biggies. And so we are a hybrid business model. See, I believe no company can be 100% D2C. No company can. I mean, it's a suicide. It's a big money. Digital marketing and what we call D2C marketing is a black hole. You keep on pumping money, and it will just gulp all the money. So it has to be and of course, it also depends on the nature of your product. Kombucha is into a nascent stage in this country, though it's the future undoubtedly. But people want to have this feel of touch and feel of this product when they go to supermarkets. And also when I say that our TG ranges from 18 to 45, so I agree that from 18 to probably 30, the people would be buying through quick commerce.
Quick commerce, yeah.
But I mean, from 35 onwards, people tend to go to supermarkets and they shop as well. So we need to take care of that audience as well. So that's why we have a hybrid approach of online and offline, and we will continue doing so.
All right. The future is phygital basically for the D2C brands, but also tell me what kind of variation do you see in terms of sales when it comes to e-commerce platforms and the physical stores?
See, definitely you can't beat e-commerce. I mean, because the reach is enormous. There's no dependency on the reach. While when it comes to physical stores, there's always a constraint
Yeah.
of particular number of stores and all those. So definitely, this pie will keep on shifting towards digital every year.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, if you, because India is a country of experiences, if you want to cater probably a city like Dehradun, Kanpur, Lucknow, then you cannot avoid physical stores as well.
Yeah.
So it's a very well articulated and well thought strategy needs to be taken place. At what places you go to want to be digital, at what places you want to be physical. Because as I said, India comprises of different every region. For me, I have lived in almost every region of this country, from down south to up north, and I feel that every region has a different attributes and different mindset.
Yeah. People here want experience, right? And
Yes.
then they'll choose their product, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, we are all into selling experience to our consumers. On that note, Harsh, what advice do you want to give to the entrepreneurs who are looking to establish a business in the D2C landscape?
See, the only advice I can give to the fellow entrepreneurs is, think about profitability. Don't go into the discount rat race. It will, end up burning your own fingers. And make a product which has, good value proposition. Then definitely, if it has a good value proposition, then people would want to find you rather, on the
Yeah.
rather the other way around. And these jargons like CAC, CLTV, these are very important, but don't just follow them blindly. Customer acquisition cost is something which is in your hand.
Yeah.
It's always a smarter way of doing the business. So I personally don't give a lot of weightage to customer acquisition cost, because of late we are seeing that in the name of customer acquisition cost, which is CAC, a lot of companies are just burning their money. And it shouldn't be the way. You should give smart options to your consumers and a good product. And I think it's very soon every company can be a profitable company.
All right, on that note, Harsh, thank you for joining us in today. It was a wonderful conversation. And to our viewers, stay tuned for more such videos only on ET Studios, Future Brands of India, in association with ET Retail. Until next time, many thanks for watching.